There we go. Mic has been on this entire time. I just haven't noticed that, but we're good. I'm gonna keep my mic muted for this time being. Impossible how I've been this quiet for this long and just not noticed that. Ah, the green bar is flickering. That must mean something. I did not bring that not come to my attention. Or enjoy the next 51 seconds of music. Truthfully, I don't know if y'all could hear the music that entire time. I was in studio mode and it said that you couldn't for the last few seconds, so. Well, we are here. Let me just refresh this real quick so it refreshes the time. And welcome in, everybody. Hope y'all are doing exceptionally well. I personally am, as per usual. And today we will have, hopefully, to be one of the best games of this series and the best games in this playoffs. These playoffs, rather. As the Harrisburg Senators will take on the Baltimore Baysox at their own house for the first time in this playoffs. And they don't really have a lot of games at their house, but they've historically been good. I don't really have the stats tracked, but you can check there. I don't want to pull it up right now. It'd be too much work. I know I'm lazy as frick. But I saw, we ran a simulation, and I saw that Nebulous definitely came with a more feisty attitude, hopefully tonight. And it's all going to fall on him, right? He's got a lot of different tools at his disposal, and he has to choose if he can use them or not, because it really all fell on his back for the first game of the season, and it's going to happen again with the Baysox looking to take a 2-1 lead in the series. Hopefully the music good enough volume. I've been trying to get it like perfect, but I haven't like watched the pre-show segment of these streams usually, because I already know what's going on. I see the entire under the curtain show, or rather like the behind the scenes, if you want to call it that. But truthfully, that's the only thing that's really going to happen. The roster will be for the Harrisburg Senators. We will have St. Peter playing goal, or he usually plays goal. They're just all kind of there, but they usually stick to certain positions. We'll have RLBot 1.5 and Nebulous. That will be the lineup for the Harrisburg Senators tonight. I wish I had a graphic to showcase this. And for the Baltimore Baysox, we will have the Bottomus Prime, King, and Penguin Bot. Those are the starting three for the Baltimore Baysox, and you can see why already if you've checked in with RLBot at any point, ever, you can see why they're such favorites to take the series and maybe even this league. Even though they got strong contenders over at the other side, they just beat Knoxville in 3 games in a 5-game series. So pretty intimidating, if I do say so myself. If I was a car, I'd be scared. Well, like I always say, they're heading out for the kickoff at this moment. But hey, what else do I say? The music will sadly go off. I don't like having it on during broadcasts. It's kind of tacky sometimes. Well, like during the broadcast of the game, you get what I'm saying. Come on now. All right. Well, they are out on the pitch for the kickoff. They are ready. I'm ready. Hopefully you are. And let's cut to the dang chase. I am Tetro, and this is the RLBA. Gotta remove this HUD at some point. Oh, well, I removed too much of the HUD. Ah. Kick off here. King immediately jump for it, straight to Bottomus. There's King for the shot up. It's going to get saved by St. Peter. King's going to keep it in the zone, however. That's his specialty. Just getting up there, getting touches on the ball. And you can see there, he's very dangerous in that front. St. Peter's going to half flip on it and then just leave it. Told you he plays goalie. I didn't freaking lie. Formula's just going to be the sole man up front. Well, he just demoed King. They gave him a little bit of time, and they all just kind of circle over it. Welcome to the RLBA, folks. It's truly what we come to see. Maybe let's kick it away in the neutral zone. Maybe not for long. Formula's going to try and take a shot, but he's going to fly straight over it. He's been accustomed to doing that when he has bad games, especially in the start. And here he does again. Not a good look for Formula, but he already got a demo. That demo is going to be useless as PenguinBot scores. Not your usual suspect, but he gets the job done. It's going to be 1-0. PenguinBot on that unassisted in the second minute. It's going to be a pretty decent goal. Hopefully my mic ain't even up all the way. Hold on. Put it right there. Okay, there you go. I want to make sure y'all can hear me correctly. Here's Penguin. And try that again. It's going to go off St. Peter's car. And again, he challenges it. King's going to keep touching it in. Now we're playing tennis. Car tennis. It's a little bit different from regulation tennis. That was awful. I need to stop making that joke. It's not even a joke at this point. It's just straight up fact. The fact is that Bottomus is going to try and attempt a ceiling shot, or whatever the frick they call it. He's going to put the ball in the ceiling, but he doesn't end up getting much. There's King on a shot. Goes right post. Even though that ding really didn't happen, that was a massive ding. I totally heard it, trust me. They did too. That's a deflator, even though they have a 1-0 lead. Nebulous in his weird car. He probably should have worn this for 4th of July. And Penguin's going to get another goal. Again, not your usual suspect. He gets another one unassisted. Just beautiful. This entire team, Penguin was the depth issue. And Isopod was the depth issue, and now it's their biggest strength as they take a 2-0 lead in the biggest time of the freaking year. Well, I guess if your betting odds were on King scoring, now you get your hit as he just scores. This Nebulous is going to try and fumble with it. It's a little too cute with it, and King takes full advantage of that. Beautiful challenge to get that goal unassisted. Maybe put the honorary assist on Nebulous. He's going to try and fire right back. Gets denied. St. Peter with it now. Straight to King, and King's going to get another goal. Now everybody's wondering what happened in game 1, and they need to get it back here. Maybe they got them all figured out. King's just waiting in the neutral zone. That's how they got all their goals. The Senators got all their goals in game 1, and now they're using it against them. King's going to get another goal. 3 goals scored for this Baysox team in a matter of 1 minute. Pretty insane stat, but not comparatively to a 4th of July game. That was a slaughter, 11-1. Nebulous going to shoot it upwards. Formula's going to have no boost trying to get it, however. Trying to rotate out. You're probably going to need that. Bottomus going to shoot it towards St. Peter, and St. Peter's going to get it out. Now over to the wall. St. Peter once again. He's going to get a touch, but nobody's there. Well, King's there, but he's not on to the Harrisburg side. Nebula's going to get it up. Penguin's going to save that. Beautiful save. He's been on it tonight. Not your usual suspect. Maybe he's going to be on everyone's radar. Now St. Peter's going to take a shot. Scored! What we would call a goalie goal, but maybe the goalie isn't traveling out to the neutral zone all too much, but I guess this one is. Really turning the dial in the playoffs to get it moving. And all these goals have came from power shots from the neutral zone. Maybe that should send a message to these teams already. Penguin in the crease, very dangerous location. Harrisburg's not going to be there, however. Here's Penguin. Again on the touch, trying to use the bottom of his car. Can't get much. Here comes King. Dribbling away, we can't see. Big boom in front of the screen here. St. Peter. Denied by King. Here comes another aerial touch, his favorite move. Now he's just kind of sitting there. Nebula's going to demo both King and a Baysox player, which I don't have the name of. I saw 2 demos on the screen. I didn't get time to read it. St. Peter's going to own goal, and that's going to be another goal for Penguin. I think that's going to be his first hat trick. He just kind of tapped it in. I don't know what St. Peter was thinking, but Hardcoded Bots. You come to love him as he goes top cheddar on himself. And now King will score. I don't even know what happened. I was trying to tally the goal, and well, we're gonna have to tally another one. King's gonna get that off the kickoff and immediately gets demoed, but it doesn't really matter how many times you get demoed as long as you're putting it in the back of the net. Going to be a goal for King. There's been 0 assisted goals in this contest. That crossbar was insanely freaking loud. It shattered my eardrums and shattered the whatever the frick the cars used to hear. King with a beautiful redirection. That's going to get straight to St. Peter, however, and they're going to get nothing on that. Here's King. Over to the wall, Formula. In the crease for Nebulous, and Nebulous going to get a shot off the right post. Really a key player, hasn't been much of a key player, but maybe Formula will, and that's going to be the first assist of the game. Formula in that neutral zone, he's super dangerous. I don't know how dangerous he'll be coming in the latter half of this game, but if they can get that many goals in half the game, so can Harrisburg. Nebulous going to get tallied on that assist there. Kickoff's called for. Nebulous going to run straight at it and then just leave. Maybe not the play here. It's up. The 2 Harrisburg Senators will also be up, but so is King, and King will get the redirection into the net. Another beautiful goal for King. No assist there. In the dying seconds of the 5th minute of this game. 18 seconds since the Harrisburg goal, and it's going to be a deflator. They keep doing this. They're getting goals, but not at a good pace. Well, for the Baysox, they're definitely getting goals at a blistering pace, but that's not good for the Harrisburg Senators. I don't know why I always say their full name, but it's something I do, I guess. Tetrominus. Shot to St. Peter, and that's immediately going to go off. Nebula's trying to get some aerial action. Crowd is roaring here. Same thing they did for Knoxville, except this is a little bit more competitive. A lot more competitive now as St. Peter takes the mantle and scores once again. No assist there, and going to be in the 6th minute. Halfway through, 33 seconds since the last goal, 55 miles per hour off of a shot from the neutral zone. Pretty dang good if I do say so myself. It's up, and Penguin's going to drive right past it, so is King. Tetrominus going to luckily pick that one up. Straight for King to hit it off the ball. Try and get it out. It's demoed by Baltimore instead. Really did not like him doing literally anything, but I guess doing anything classifies as Nebulous getting his first goal. But we're actually not going to tally that because that was literally just an own goal. Nebulous cleared it in, and the Baysox are having a collapse. Can they stop the bleeding with 4 minutes left? Only time will tell. Another own goal scored. This time think that was by Penguin. Yes, it was. There's a shot going off the right post, and Nebulous can get that exterminator roll. Pretty dang rare. Usually relief bots tallied with that one. St. Peter, beautiful save right there. Saves in bunches for St. Peter. You don't really call him St. Peter for nothing, and we see that right here. A lot of pressure from the Baysox. All 3 players are on there, and Ruggis -1 as Nebulous takes him out. It's going to be their most key player, and he's going to immediately come back and challenge him. Nebulous going to demo Tetrominus as it's up. And it just rolls past as King wasn't there in time. He's got full boost, though. At least right now. Here's Formula trying to flip towards it with no boost. Again, has none. Loves rotating. Sadly, doesn't love using that boost to his advantage. King in a 3v1. Especially with an aggressive Nebulous, you're not really going to get much. He's feeling the pressure now as he's just going to whiff that aerial. We don't see that from him a lot. Nebulous is going to body King. Tetrominus with a shot saved by St. Peter. Tetrominus, he loves those shots, being the second man and really just pulling the trigger on it to finish off that opportunity. We see it again. He's going to clear it in with his boy. But Harrisburg's going to stop the bleeding as they're going to get yet another demo. This Formula full boost. Going to try and get it off the wall. Here's King now. Neutral zone play. St. Peter's going to get that beautiful save. Almost a highlight reel goal. But Harrisburg has denied that opportunity once again. Lovely car cam now. A lot of demos. You see a lot of carnage. And definitely going to be a lot of cleanup after the fact. One thing the Baysox are doing is, in fact, getting them out of their zone. Even if they're not scoring, they're doing something. It's 4-7. All they need to do is hold them off. I said stop the bleeding. I didn't say make them bleed, so. Really getting aggressive here, and so King is going to participate in the bumping of cars. This literally just might be bumper cars, and now they're going to get it in their zone for once. All 3 Baysox are on it. On the strong side, absolutely nobody playing positionally. So is Nebulous. And it's going to demo 2 Baysox. But in time, King will use that time to put it into the Harrisburg zone and score. I'm just yapping about stuff. King throws it on net, or throws it on the backboard, and Tetrominus being the second man. I told you, he loves being the trigger man, and you see it right there. A minute remaining. They're going to try and get it right back, that goal. And it's going to go off the left post narrowly, and now off of the right post for the Baysox. There's Tetrominus off the trigger again, and they're going off the crossbar once again. This crowd is going wild. A lot of carnage here. 1 minute remaining as the time is ticking down. Now King, straight to Nebulous off the challenge. Go off the right post, and Nebulous going to try the rebound. Can't get it, sadly. 1 minute remaining. The clock is winding down for them to do something here. Maybe not even to win the game. Maybe just get a few points on the board. You never know. St. Peter's going to try and drive it in. He's just going to leave it. Maybe for one of his teammates, but I think he thinks his teammates are the Baysox. Nebulous thinks his teammate is himself, and he's going to take it on the mantle and score! With 28 seconds remaining, nobody on the assist. Nebulous going to get his first goal here, even though he's tallied at 2. That was an own goal, so we're not going to count that. In the 10th minute here, beautiful shot. Nebulous going to try and get another one on. Now he's going backwards. So is Penguin. A lot of backwards action here. 20 seconds remaining. Formula on it to keep it in. Straight for Nebulous, or maybe Penguin is the usual suspect. You've seen him firing on all cylinders tonight. A beautiful game from him. He's going to get pats on the back from all of his teammates after this. Nebulous going to try something. He loves that move, but it's not going to be enough. The Baysox will get the win in their away uniforms, which I honestly dare say are the greatest uniforms in this league. It's going to be a very well-deserved MVP from King. 4 goals tonight, 11 shots. Really, just the most pressurized player in this league, where he's getting a lot of the pressure. And just what a freaking game. You can't really ask for much more, and they delivered. I wouldn't be too mad if I was a fan of the Harrisburg Senators either. They led off with 3 goals from, I gotta really fade that in. But they led off from 3 goals from Penguin, I think. This is his first hat trick. And he really just set the tone for the Baysox. And Harrisburg just couldn't establish that tone early. And they tried to make a push in the end, and I can honestly honor the effort. But it's not going to be enough. And this series is going to be 2-1 before you even know it. And the next game of this series will be on Friday, I'm pretty sure. Let's actually check the schedule here. Sacramento will be the finalist contender, waiting for their opponent. And that opponent is shaping up to be the Baysox if the Harrisburg Senators don't get it together. I have a feeling they're going to, though. Let's see here. The next game between these two teams will be 7-11. 7-11. Let's actually see what that is, what that entails. I should know this. It's going to be on Friday. Yes, I was correct. That will be at 9 p.m. And if needed, we will go to Game 5, which will be held at Aquadome. The Baysox will go back to their house. And this one on Friday will be held at Manfield once again. And with that, the Baysox will take a 2-1 series lead. And I'm pretty sure everyone was banking on that happening. I personally wasn't doing too much on that. Hopefully this music isn't too loud. But I wasn't banking on that. I was banking on the Senators making this a little bit more competitive than it was. The Senators really bank off of you not scoring the first 2 minutes. And usually the first person who scores the first goal wins the game. Really get that first aggression on it. But one heck of a game from both these teams. I wouldn't be mad if I was on either side. Maybe I'd be a little bit mad. You can clean up some stuff on the Harrisburg side, but the Baysox, they have some stuff to clean up too. And against a more civilized Harrisburg team, they would have worked wonders in that time they were breaking down and probably just kept the momentum going. But Harrisburg just didn't propel themselves even further during that. Well, this has been the freaking RLBA. I will see y'all on Friday because the Sacramento and Knoxville series is complete. One heck of a game tonight. And once more, from Tetro, I have been Tetro, and this has been the RLBA. Good night, everybody.